Hello my lovelies and welcome to another plan with me. Today we are planning in my Erin Condren and we are doing the week of the 11th through to the 17th. And we are using this wonderful kit from FabPlannerPrint, Spring in Blue. And yeah, the reason for the change is so that I could use this kit, and the reason I was so eager to use this kit this week and to do this video for Friday is because today is the start of the Ultimate Planner sale, or the UPS sale, and FabPlannerPrint are taking part in it. The code, or the discount code for the sale that will be used across all the shops that are involved, will be released at 2 PM UK time, and I think that works out. It will be released at 9 AM Central Standard Time in the US. So yeah, I was really keen and really eager to use this kit because this is a new release kit that she has done for the sale, basically, and I just thought it would be a really fabby way of showing the kit off is for you guys to actually see it in use. So basically there is going to be lots and lots. If you want details of the sale, please go and check out the FabPlannerPrint on Facebook, on her group, or alternatively find her on Instagram, or go and have a look at my Instagram, which is losmc11. It is the shop itself is in my Linktree link above, or in the description box. Can't remember if it comes up above or below. But yeah, if you go to my Instagram, my Linktree is there and everything, so you can click straight onto the shop. Tony is offering a massive 25% off in the sale. There are exclusive freebies if you're a member of the Facebook group, and there are I'm looking for my day covers, excuse me. There are going to be different freebies every day of the sale. The sale is on until Monday. Obviously, I'm sorry, I'm just scanning for some date dots to cover this week. If I have any date dots that will go cover the week. There we go. Where are we? No, I need an 11 and a... There we go. Date dots. So I'm just pinching the date dots that I left over from another kit just to pop in this one, and I hope these dots aren't too big. So yeah, lots and lots of exciting things going on. So we're just going to white out the dates quickly. So yeah, lots of exciting things going on in the FabPlannerPrint shop. There's been lots of new releases. Like I said, if you check out my Instagram, which is losmc11, you will see various sneak peeks on there of new releases that are being released today, or are in the shop now actually, so that you could always fill your baskets up. For the first 20 orders, I know she has goodie bags, so if you're really quick, you'll get a goodie bag. But there are, like I said, exclusive freebies every day of the sale, and it is a massive 25% off. So very exciting. And I've been absolutely eager to use this kit because it is absolutely stunning. And yes, it's February. Yes, it's the week of Valentine's. And yes, I'm using a spring kit. And the weather is turned there again. But I kind of started my spring cleaning this week, so why not? And spring kits just make you feel really cheery and perk you up, sort of in readiness for summer. So Although don't get me wrong, I love wintertime, I really do. I don't like it when it's wet and grey and miserable, but I do love crisp, frosty mornings, and I'm one of these people that actually I like it when it snows. You know, even from the perspective of driving in the snow, although I'm quite fortunate to have been trained professionally, if you like, to drive in snow. It was just one of those things. One of my hobbies, if you like, is I'm a bit of a petrol head. And that's kind of the tomboy in me, and it's been there ever since I was a little girl. You know, Mummy brought me all the Barbies and all the dollies, and I'd rather play with my teddies, my stuffed animals, and cars, basically. And from a very, very early age, I got into doing mechanics, etc. So, I have multiple driving licenses for various different vehicles. But at the same time, you know, I look forward to spring. I love seeing all the flowers. One of my favourite things, I think, with the flowers coming out is, I'm not sure where to put these date dots because they're quite round. Not sure at all, and maybe me didn't bring my tweezers. Oh, that was helpful of me. Okay. So, where are we? Let's say the 11th, isn't it? Is it the 11th? Yeah. See, normally I put the date dots down before I stick. See, look, this is the problem with having long fingernails, is they generally get in the way. That looks alright there, doesn't it? I mean, it covers up one of the blooms, but I think it looks alright. So yeah, I mean, Wednesday's going to be a little bit off. That's quite a long word. There are, unfortunately, these date dots are a little bit big to go underneath the wording where I prefer the date. But I think it works nonetheless. So yeah, I'm one of these girls that will quite happily go camping at a car meet, etc. You know, obviously, you know, in my younger days, I was one of these really annoying girl racers, you know, and I could outrun the boys. So now I want some generic washi, which I know I've got. Oh, here it is. Going a bit loopy-la. Right, so I'm just going to... Am I though? I don't know. Right, something I decided to do for this one, and I thought it'd be a bit different, is I have, as you can see, lots and lots of washi choices because I couldn't decide what went. Now that's a rather nice blush pink, and with the sort of the yellowy cones in the kit, I thought that one went really, really well. This one I thought was a perfect match because it's literally got a splash of every colour. If I bring in the headers sheet, you will see what I'm on about. So I thought that was a really, really good match. I thought this kind of went more with sort of the top and bottom washi. This glittery blush pink skinny was, again, just the perfect match for the pink. This blue and the silver kind of reflected this slightly greyer blue in the kit, as well as the brighter blue. Gold dots, I just thought it was a really nice. There is a dot pattern within. It's a blue dot pattern that's within on the jug there, etc. But I thought it was just a really nice, because it was gold, kind of went. And then I've got this super skinny, I mean, it's almost skinny enough to be crack washi, generic gold, although I don't know if I will use that. What I'm half tempted to do is just to add a little bit of sparkle, is literally just, because this washi, if I show you, just there is the width of the headers. So I'm wondering if I could be crafty. I can get this to line up where I want it. I'm wondering if I could just put this in as the top headers. What do we think? Whoops, what did I knock off? Oh, my pen. That's okay. Look at that. I'm being really, really clumsy today. I actually like that. Just adds that little bit of sparkle. And I also know that I've now put the glitter washi in a place where I'm not going to want to stick any stickers on it. Because as much as I love using the glitter washies, nothing sticks to them. Honestly, I don't know if any of you guys have found ways of getting stickers to stick to them, but I haven't. Just use me washi cutter as best I can in that tight corner there. For you guys wondering what I'm using as a washi cutter that I haven't said before in previous videos, it's just this. It's just my Cricut scraper, and it's just perfect. I used to use an old store card, but obviously I don't anymore. So then moving on, we're going to do the full boxes. So I can either use that one or that one, and I think I'm going to use the Hello Spring up here. Oh, that washi's coming up a little bit there. So we're just going to start with this one, I think, and work our way along. So yeah, apart from the excitement, I'm just going to go from the bottom up, I think. It's easier for me to line it up. So apart from obviously the excitement of the sale that's going to start today, I also have the weekend of what I'm working on. So the 16th is also the Spring Fling Planner Thing, which is a planner meet that is taking place down in Devon, that me and a few other girls are going to, well, quite a few other girls are going to. At present, only 2 of them I know that I'm actual friends with. I'm sure all the others are going to be absolutely lovely people. 1 or 2 of them I've spoken to in the past because they're either shop owners on Etsy and I've purchased from them, or so on and so forth. But that's just the way of it, I think. So that's something really exciting I'm looking forward to. And then when I come back, so the kids actually break up on the 15th for half term holiday. So the kids are home for a week. So that's going to be a nice chaotic week ahead for me. I'm sure my 2 are going to get up to all sorts of mischief in that week. They usually do. So I will try my best. See, that glitter washi's coming up. That's going to really annoy me now. I will try my best next week to try and pre-film, if that makes sense, for the week ahead. Sorry if you can see my head as I stretch across, but I kind of want to leave the planner in sight for you guys rather than moving it backwards and forwards. So there we go, that's the full boxes. And then what I usually do is build from the bottom box up. So that's all I've got left on that sheet. It's just a few littles and obviously what I call white space checklists. Obviously you guys that are regulars to my channel will know I'm a no white space planner in this and in my Happy Planner Classic. So just a little bit different really than normal. So I'm not entirely sure what to do because the bottom washi on here is a little bit smaller than usual. So obviously I want to be able to cover up all of that space. But I don't know if it will. So I'm going to take the smaller one off and see how much it exposes. Quite a lot. So I think I'm going to have to use a washi down the bottom, if that makes sense. I'm going to build my middle box now, I think, and we'll go from there. So we're just going to carry on straight down. So what I normally do at this point is my today's. I'm really, really sorry if you can hear the wind, because that is really, really howling out there today. And my window is not open. That is just literally how mad the wind is out there today. Really, really windy. Oh look, blue with blue. That was a mere coincidence. That was not planned. Because I may change it up a little bit. In respect, I might actually put what would normally be the bottom washi in the middle for a change, and perhaps move everything down, if that makes sense. So, I mean, so what's been happening regarding just in general lately? Sorry, concentrating. There we go. Right, and then I usually do big to small. So what I want now is, how gorgeous are these half boxes? Just, aren't they adorable? I mean, seriously. So, oh look, happy coincidence, I've done all yellow down there. So I'm going to pop the yellow one with the yellow, I think, and then I want a pink one. So we've got a floral dress. We've also got that pink there. I think we'll go for this busy pink. In here. So, in terms of just generally how things have been going at home, not too bad. A bit chaotic, a bit hectic. Things have not been overly brilliant recently due to my husband's health. But on the plus side, my youngest child seems to have settled into school. He's been in school for a month now, and seems to be getting on really, really well. There's been no major issues with him, so that's just fantastic. Seems to have just taken to school really quite well. A lot better than anyone expected, so that's always a huge, huge bonus. He has struggled a little bit here and there with things, and I definitely don't think he would be as comfortable as he is at school if he didn't have his one-to-one with him. So I definitely think the decision to make sure that that was all set up and in place ready for him starting was the right decision. It's just a shame it couldn't have been done in time for starting in September, because he was most definitely ready for school back in September. It just, paperwork never got done in time, and as it happened, it was only then done just in time for moving on. So now we're going to put my quarter boxes in. I always pop in. Yeah, it was definitely a difficult process, but the decision to wait until it was in place was definitely the right decision. As frustrated as we all were, and knew he was almost, you know, he was ready for the transition to school, in the sense of he'd outgrown his placement with my childminder, if you like. You know, he was by miles the oldest child, because obviously everybody had abandoned him and gone off to start school. So that was definitely difficult for him. To adjust to. I think losing his friends, you know, these are kids he'd grown up with for 4 years or more. I definitely think that was difficult for him. Okay, so I've kind of run out of quarter boxes at this point of that size, but I do have slightly smaller ones. But I don't think I have anything else that would fill that space. But I'm not overly worried, because about it being slightly narrower and showing a little bit of white space, I suppose, because I can always just pop a washi strip. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to pick a really pretty bit of washi and just, where do they go, over here, and just plonk that in its wake, just to get it to line up, just to fill the void sort of thing in between. And this washi happens to match the picture that I've got there quite nicely, so just making sure it's all nice and straight. So I'm not overly worried. Making best of what's available. So at this point I would put some sort of washi there and carry on down. That really doesn't want to stick on that page. Why not? I don't know. May have to redo that in a minute. So I'm wondering if I put in washi now and just move everything down slightly, if that would allow that to fit better. Do we think? The question is, what washi do we think is going to go there? I actually think it's going to be out of these two. I really, really do think it's going to be out of these two, and I have no idea to which one I actually prefer. So do you know what we're going to do? We are going to plonk this one here temporarily and see what we think of that one. And we're going to do the opposite with the other one. Oh, I have so many washis, and sometimes you get a kit you think, oh, I don't really have anything that goes with that. Alternatively, I could just... Do you know what? I actually think I prefer the blue. I do. I think I prefer the blue to the thing, and I don't think this one would go. We'll have a look at this one though. So far, the blue is winning. No, see, I think that gold is just... I think silver matches better than gold, to be honest. So I think my decision is made. I'm going to white out the headers a bit though, because it can be quite badly seen. I'm not whitening them out perfectly, just majoritively. Like so, just so they're not as in your face as what they might have been. Of course, now we've got the white out there, we have to make sure that we are perfectly lined up, because otherwise the washi rips it all back up. Where did I get this roll from? This roll of washi, I believe, came in a box of washies from, where did I get it from? The Range. And I think it was only £5 for the box. There's not a huge amount of product on each roll, but there's quite a lot of rolls, so there's quite a lot of product there. I mean, both of these came from different boxes. I brought 2 different boxes, but there was quite a lot on. There's wider washies and skinny washies and in between washies, so it was not bad value for money, really. Right, so moving on now, I'm going to do my to-dos. So in a minute, when I put my full box checklists in, it's going to push it down a bit, and I'm hoping that the overhang is going to be enough to suit that slightly narrower bottom washi, and that it works to the effect that I'm looking for, basically. But as I've said, you know, 100 times before in my videos, how you plan is up to you. I get, like, if you're new to my channel, hi, this is me. I am a little bit mad. Why did I put a today there? Silly woman. I'm a little bit mad, a little bit crazy, but hey, someone's got to be. You know, how I plan isn't everyone's cup of tea, and I really, really get that, because I'm a no white space planner, and to some people no white space planning is overwhelming. I get that. I have said in previous videos, you know, when I first started out planning, the idea of filling my entire page with stickers and then writing on the stickers was like, what? No, stickers are for decorating things. You know, it was incomprehensible that actually stickers could be functional. Obviously I got whole post-it notes, and I think, like, my first proper introduction to now to do the full box checklist, my first proper introduction to planning in this style came from, I was watching a planning video on YouTube, and I think it was from a YouTube channel that I was already subscribed to for something else. So, like, I was watching this YouTuber for a different purpose, and they basically discovered planning in this sort of format, this sort of style. I thought, oh, I really, really like that. And that's how I got into it, and that was when I purchased my first rings planner, and then I, see if I can speed up a bit, because they seem to be coming down to this line here. So if I line up here, so and I think that particular YouTube had purchased, funnily enough, an Erin Condren. Well, back in those days, I could only have dreamed of being able to purchase an Erin Condren. And even if I could back then justify spending out on the planner, I definitely couldn't have justified the shipping charges. So it just wasn't to be, unfortunately. But where I purchased a rings planner, and I discovered, I totally blame this YouTuber for my discovery of Etsy. So we got one checklist left there. I may or may not use that in my thing. So now for the test to see if my little idea has worked. And do you know what? I think we are in business. Oh yes, look at that, guys. That worked perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. Okay. Sometimes we don't know if these things are going to work till we do them. But it worked. And I now also know with the slightly skinnier washi that I just need to go down one line. So use a normal width washi in the middle there. So, and then this washi, in fact I'll pop it down now. I'm just going to use up here, if I can get hold of it. It's quite thin. So yeah, and then I discovered I could buy the inserts that were Condren style, and then allowed me to use Condren kits, sticker kits, obviously purchased from Etsy shops. In a ring binder. And it's just progressed from there. And then as sort of, I was quite happy using that planner. I've just got to work out what I'm doing now. So next week. Do you know what, I might break it up with a bit of colourful washi, because there's not a lot of green in this kit, and I really, really like this green washi that she's got with this kit. If I can get it to go where I want it to go. That's not straight at all. I then, in one of the planner groups on Facebook, I discovered people talking about a UK based Condren style planner, which I purchased. But what put me off it was the fact that it was kind of a cross between the horizontal and the vertical, in the sense of it had 1, 2, 3 columns, but the days were vertical. So instead of 1, 2, 3 down and then across, it was kind of flipped on its side. So it'd be basically turning this page that way, which I found really, really odd to work with. But I liked it, but the novelty wore off because it just didn't gel with me. Where's my Monday through Sunday still? Oh, they're up there. So do I want pink or do I want yellow? I want yellow. I know it's yellow next to yellow, but the head is yellow, and I would kind of like to break up the yellow, the bar a bit. So that will do. I'll come back to that in a minute. And then what do I normally do? So I think we'll put up another strip of this. So I'm going to use this gorgeous blue washi, I think, instead. because it's, again, so pretty. Like so. And then what am I going to do? I normally put... See, I normally have 2 full boxes down here. But I don't have another full box to put down there. But I could use the other checklist just to break it up. Because I want to put a full box in there anyway. I normally pop this down the bottom. Like so. And then I normally put something like these littles here. Don't think I want yellow. Sorry, that's just me being me. I think I'll have the grey coloured one. Pop that there, and then I just need to fill this space, which is slightly annoying, although what I could do is pop that in there and then just decorate over it, or just decorate over it. Ooh, conundrum. Do you know what? I'm just going to build up these washi strips because they are all matching. Which then gives me less space to have to worry about. And then I've potentially got space of just a full box in there. And then what I might do is just fill that void now with some deco, because let's face it, I don't usually get to use the deco. And the deco is really cute. I might put that somewhere else actually, that one. So we're just trying to, like I said, fill the void. Like that. I don't think that looks bad. I'm going to pop the other 2 bits of deco because I've used so much I might as well use it up. So I'm going to pop the Hello Spring over here, and then I'm going to pop this rather cute little butterfly right there. And there we go. Oh, hang on a minute, guys. I bet you're all shouting at me because I didn't put the weekend banner down. And I'm going to go for pink because I think if I play my cards right, it will sit at the top. Does mean I'm covering up that washi just a little bit, but it will sit at the top just there. So out of the whole kit, what we have left? We have one checklist, some sort of blank littles, and the white space checklist. Same on that page, just no full boxes. We've got some mini quarter and some functionals left in the weekend, some flags, some washi and some functionals, and that random strip I peeled somewhere else. And then we've got the littles and some headers, and obviously payday, bill due and day off left. And all I can say about this kit is wow, how pretty is this? Right, so moving on, we'll just get rid of just the washies out of the way and the washi scraper. So moving on, we are going to pop in my planner symbols. as best we can. So first of all, okay, we've got this one. This is from the Mix Match Planner. This is floss and obviously a YouTube symbol. And she usually goes down here, as I put the deco kind of in the way, but she goes there next to that to symbolise my sub count. Then we've got these from Plan to Stitch Planning, and I use these on a Friday to represent that I'm planning in my mini happy planner, because they do look exactly like a horizontal mini happy planner. Then we're moving on. We've got these ones. This is the Chibi Girl from FabPlannerPrint, and I use her to represent my happy planner plan with me. You guys that are my regulars will notice that I didn't do a plan with me yesterday in my happy planner. I will be uploading that later on as well, because unfortunately the kit that I had planned to use, and there is a reason that I plan to use that kit specifically on this week, is the fact that it unfortunately didn't arrive in time. It turned up today. Moving on, this is my character sticker for my Erin Condren. This is Coffee Mini from the Mix Match Planner, and she goes in every day on a Monday. Usually, she says, up the top. Do you know what? I'm going to pop her here today, I think. So she just goes in there like that. Then moving on, we've got these stickers from Busy Bee stickers, which is her little bear character. And I'm currently using these to represent my Erin Condren, which obviously I do normally on a Tuesday. Moving on again, we just check, what did I say? So the 12th, this is mini planning, and I use her to mark days that I'm PRing. So I know I'm PRing that day for the Mix Match Planner. And then I just need to pop in my film and upload, so I'm going to use this sheet. These were from I Love to Print on Etsy, and they're ones I've printed out myself. And I use, I cut them on my Cricut machine. So, oops. So just, yeah, they're just generic ones. I never ever use the edit stickers, because you have to use the edit stickers to upload anyway, so I really didn't see the point. So although I'm marking that I'm filming on the Friday morning, because I do it on the Friday morning, I've got plenty of time before we go to actually get it done. And then last but no means least, this is Instagram Mini from the Mix Match Planner. And then she just goes down here on the days, obviously, that I film, because then I also post to my Instagram feed and to social media in general, like so. And then, oh, bear with me, I did knock my pen on the floor a moment ago, didn't I? Oh, how clumsy of me. So, this is my Erin Condren. This is my HP Classic. And this is my HP Mini. And then somewhere abouts I've got this little road trip sticker, is a freebie I got from, and it's the last one, Your World of Colour. So that can go there. And then this is the spring fling planner thing on that day. And then so and that's PR, the mix match planner. Down here is my subs. All you lovely subscribers get marked down here, obviously not named individually but number wise. And then so here I know on the Tuesday I'm the mix match planner. And then pretty certain that my mini kit for that week is going to be FabPlannerPrint. But I'm not sure what I'm going to do on Thursday yet. So there we are, guys. That is this week's Erin Condren layout. Hope you like it. I think this tip is absolutely adorable. Like I said, the sale goes live at 2 PM today. The code will be released on the Ultimate Planner Sales Facebook page. The wonderful Tony at FabPlannerPrint is doing massive 25% off in the sale, plus there are freebies every day of the sale. The sale is on till Monday. Please go and check out the FabPlannerPrint Facebook page because, like I said, there are exclusive freebies and other exclusive things that go on for Facebook page in conjunction with the shop, including a Misfits stroke surplus stock sale she does in conjunction with the sale. She kind of does it at the same time, which just allows her to have a bit of a clear out. So you might pick up, I mean, last time I picked up loads and loads of mini kits. There was absolutely nothing wrong with them. They were just kits she had left over, and so she sold them a lot cheaper. So, like I said, go and check out all the sale information is on my Instagram feed, so please go and check it out. It's also on the FabPlannerPrint's Instagram feed. And I will catch you guys on my next video. Take care. Bye.